Yueshan's role. Yueshan is great at crowd control and protecting his allies. His skills and ultimates can interrupt most blue or golden focus. Yueshan can protect his teammates from being interrupted when they are charging or rescuing allies. Yueshan's ultimates grant him immunity to most crowd control. Rampage boosts Yueshan's ability to burst down opponents. Rampage formation can grant his allies immunity to crowd control and increase their damage reduction. Yueshan's build skill and ultimate. Line Breaker is recommended for most players.
It is time.
A great choice for solo, duos, and trios. It boosts your survivability and helps you protect allies. Select the ultimate based on your team composition. If you want to burst down opponents, go with Troop Decimation. Use Rampage to eliminate opponents efficiently.
Behold my might and
If you want to protect your teammates, select Troop Decimation formation. Use this ultimate to counter control-oriented teams. Helpful tips. Line Breaker can be used under attack. When you are countered, use Line Breaker to interrupt opponents' counter-strike combo, and take the opportunity to retrieve your weapon. Line Breaker also comes in handy when you want to help teammates, saving them from being controlled and burst down. Almighty General's attack and health scale with the rarity of equipped weapon and armor. All Almighty General's attacks can interrupt opponents' counter-strike combos, making being countered by opponents less punishable. Rampage makes Yueshan a threat event to opponents with plenty of health left. After landing a horizontal strike, follow it up with Rampage immediately. When Rampage lands, follow the icon notice on the screen to launch a powerful special charged attack. Wuchen's role. Wuchen's skills offer various effects, greatly boosting his survivability. Wuchen's 3 ultimate variations can create different teleportation circles. Tai Chi Rift can teleport allies to help them escape. Tai Chi Rift Switch can offer crowd control and diva. A skilled Wuchen can greatly reduce the punishment for his allies when they make mistakes, significantly boosting the team's survivability. Wuchen should prioritize his survival in team fights and avoid being burst down by opponents. Wuchen builds skill and ultimate. Spirit Blades around Wuchen grant him Astral Aegis, which can negate one fatal strike for him. Spirit Blade's shield is recommended for most players due to its capability to restore allies' armor. It can boost his team's sustainability. Tai Chi Rift is Wuchen's most popular ultimate in duos and trios. It can teleport allies or their cairns to the specified location, which comes in handy when escaping or rescuing teammates. Tai Chi Rift Switch and Tai Chi Rift Portal are recommended for solo. Tai Chi Rift Switch offers crowd control and allows you to burst down the opponent.
I call it vengeance.
Tai Chi Rift Portal can boost your survivability, making it difficult for the opponent to catch you. Helpful tips. Spirit Blade's shield can create a chi barrier that blocks most ranged attacks. When facing Tianhai's ultimate, hide behind the chi barrier and kite the Vajra with ranged weapons. Tai Chi Rift can teleport allies within a radius of 40 meters. The opponent often tries to locate the teleport destination based on Wuchen's location. You can initiate the teleportation out of the opponent's sight, making it harder for the opponents to locate you.
Your aid is welcome.
Justina Gu's role. Justina Gu's ultimate can freeze opponents, and her Shadow Swipe offers her great mobility. With Shadow Swipe, she can efficiently execute opponents on low health. Dash to aid allies in danger. Her Ice Core can block all attacks, increasing her chance to survive. This skill also makes Justina Gu a great team fight initiator. Justina Gu builds kill and ultimate. For skills, Ice Core is recommended for beginners. It provides sustainability during battles. If you play aggressively, choose Ice Core, Blink, to avoid being focused and taken down by burst damage. You can also retaliate when being countered. Justina Gu's ultimate variations are designed for different purposes. Arctic Wraith can increase her attack and grant her more dash attempts, increasing her survivability and the ability to execute targets on low health. Arctic Wraith Blizzard is perfect for teams good at completing combos. Freeze the target and take it down in the blink of an eye. Arctic Wraith Frostwind is a universal solution. It is perfect for saving allies from danger or kiting opponents. Helpful tips. Opponents' attacks will be deflected when Justina Gu's Ice Core is active. Take this opportunity to break the ice with dodge jump and retaliate. Arctic Wraith Blizzard can freeze opponents in blue focus, including Almighty General's Execution and Tianhai's Vajra form. Arctic Wraith Frostwind can be cast with only 50% rage. Force the opponents to separate with Ice Fog, or interact with Kurumi's ultimate to create an ice circle. Takeda Nobutada's role. Takeda Nobutada lacks survivability when his ultimate is not ready, so stay close to the teammates in team fights. Use the Mythic Grab to interrupt opponents' blue focus strikes. Takeda Nobutada's ultimate greatly boosts his damage and survivability, making him powerful in bursting down opponents and aiding allies. Takeda Nobutada builds skill and ultimate. Mythic Grab grants Takeda an alert state for 10 seconds, during which the weapon grabbing will be triggered automatically. It is simple and practical. Mythic Grab. Defend can grab opponents' weapons only when cast manually at the right time. You can also add it to a combo. It's ideal for one-on-one combat. Takeda gains golden focus when casting Mythic Grab Takedown, knocking all opponents in range airborne upon successful grabbing. It boosts Takeda's survivability. Demonic Aid and Demonic Aid Engulf are support-oriented ultimates, while Demonic Aid Teleport features crowd control and AoE damage. Support-oriented ultimates boost Takeda's survivability, making mistakes during combat will be less punishable. But it takes some practice to master the two ultimates. Demonic Aid Teleport is more friendly for beginners. Use it for crowd control and bursting down opponents. Demonic Aid is recommended for solo. Demonic Aid Teleport and Demonic Aid Engulf are recommended for duos and trios. Helpful tips. After unleashing support-oriented ultimates, Takeda can use Demonic Strike to control the opponent. Before launching Focus Strikes to avoid being countered, if Takeda is countered or controlled, use Demonic Strike to knock opponents back. Takeda can't move when casting Mythic Grab, making them easier to be burst down. You can cast Mythic Grab in mid-air to cancel the Force Wing. You can cancel the Demonic Aid in advance to save rage.
Must not rush these things.
But this technique does not apply to Demonic Aid Engulf.
Rush these things.
Zibbing Yin's role. Zibbing Yin's Inspiration Shield in Sedate Soul or Special. Allies in Inspiration Shield will be immune to some stiffness. Sedate Soul can protect allies from one fatal strike. Zipping Yin is capable of protecting herself, which allows her to offer more sustainability and support to her team. Zipping Yin builds skill and ultimate. Aromatherapy, Embrace is recommended for most players, although it restores less health and armor than aromatherapy does, and it doesn't reduce allies' damage taken. This skill can grant allies Inspiration Shield. Shielded allies won't be interrupted by non-focus strikes, increasing allies' kiting capability. Saving Grace cast at full rage will grant Zipping Yin Sedate Soul. It will be automatically triggered when you take a fatal strike. A great choice for most solo players. When Saving Grace, Aegis is cast manually. It grants all allies Sedate Soul. It is perfect for assisting teammates in duos and trios. Helpful tips. After Zipping Yin casts her skill, she can dodge in a selected direction without consuming energy. Using this mechanic, you can quickly get away from opponents. With the help of Inspiration Shield, use the grappling hook to escape from the battlefield. When collecting items from Morris's Blessing, you will be interrupted when under attack. Inspiration Shield can protect you from being interrupted. Feria Shen's role. A skilled Feria Shen is quite formidable on the battlefield. Feria Shen's balanced skill set offers both offense and defense. Her ultimates can summon the bronze mech, significantly boosting her survivability. The mech's cannon mode is extremely powerful. It is perfect for saving teammates and damaging opponents. Feria Shen is great at initiating team fights and making her team's mistakes less punishable. Feria Shen builds skill and ultimate. Gunplay can be used under attack, making her mistakes less punishable. A simple but effective move. After using gunplay, you can immediately follow it up with dodge to move away from the opponent, or dodge to cancel the backswing and follow it up with a ranged attack. Gunplay, Scattershot can be used under attack, but its cooldown is shorter. When teammates are countered or focused, use Gunplay, Scattershot to help them get out of danger. You can also add Gunplay, Scattershot to combos, such as the airborne combos of Dual Blades and Staff. When you use Gunplay, Scattershot in a combo, hold dodge to cancel the backswing to help you complete the following combos. Mech Mayhem summons the bronze mech with higher mobility. Use her skill to jet skyward a certain distance, allowing you to attack the opponent from different angles and dodge most weapons' attacks. Mech Mayhem restores summons the bronze mech with higher health. Use her skill to consume the bronze mech's health, recovering Feria Shen's armor and increasing nearby allies' damage reduction. You can summon the bronze mech when your armor is depleted. Use the bronze mech to recover yourself and stay in the fight, protecting Feria Shen from being taken down by consecutive attacks. Helpful tips. Bronze mech's health and attack are determined by the rarity of Feria Shen's armor and weapon. Switch to a weapon with a high rarity before summoning the mech.
Now try and stop me.
When piloting the bronze mech, Feria Shen can still use items to recover herself.
Now try and stop me.
but she can still be grabbed or attacked. Turn at the right time to let the bronze mech take attacks for you. You can also enter the cannon mode, restricting your movement but granting you immunity to grab and attacks. The cannon mode also prevents you from using recovery items.
I'm calling for backup.
Landing the swarm can build the mech's energy faster. In cannon mode, use horizontal strike to fire cannon shots, which can interrupt opponents' weapon-focused strikes and help you save teammates. Firing a shot will automatically consume the mech's energy, increasing the damage and explosion range of the shot. Use swarm to build the mech's energy, then launch cannon shots to deal more damage. When the bronze mech attacks in the air, it will take longer for it to land, but the cannon mode will make the mech fall faster. When switching to cannon mode in the air, bronze mech will knock nearby opponents airborne after landing. Take advantage of this mechanic to protect teammates. Choose your mode wisely according to the situation, and help you take down opponents more efficiently. Cannon shots that consume mech's energy can deal lots of damage to enemy mech, Almighty General, and Vajra, while knocking them back. Mech's cannon shots can also interrupt enemy mech's cannon mode. Enemy Vajra's melee grab and stomp can greatly damage the mech, knocking it back and interrupting its cannon mode. Once Feria's Shen is grabbed, the mech piloting mode will end and she will fall to the ground. Almighty General can damage the mech but can't knock it back. Echoes whose role: convert power into a tiger and make enemies tremble in fear. Echoes whose ultimate grants him Tiger Leap, which can greatly boost his mobility, allowing him to pressure opponents with pounce. Echoes who can also use golden focus tiger strikes to burst down and interrupt the opponents. Golden focus skills also grant Echoes who great survivability and the ability to help allies in danger. He is perfect at baiting opponents and initiating team fights.
Didn't even try.
Echoes who build skill and ultimate. Roar, a golden focus skill. The more opponents the skill hits, the more damage reduction Echoes will gain. It's perfect for helping allies in danger during team fights and duels and trios. Roar, blast. Echoes unleashes a shockwave toward the target direction. They can interrupt non-focus strikes when cast without charging. You can charge the skill to unleash a golden focus strike, dealing more damage and knocking opponents airborne. You can follow it up with one charged attack upon landing the hit at close to medium range. You can change the charged shockwave's direction freely when unleashing it. Use it to surprise the opponent who wants to ambush you from behind. Feral Frenzy and Feral Frenzy grab can both be used under attack, but they differ in the number of strikes you can unleash and how you perform the strikes. Feral Frenzy allows Echoes to perform 3 consecutive tiger strikes with high damage. You can jump to interrupt the skill, but you will lose the remaining strikes. It's perfect for helping allies in danger and bursting down opponents in team fights, but the strikes may be easily dodged in a one-on-one fight. Feral Frenzy grab allows Echoes to perform 2 golden focus tiger strikes, smiting the opponent down to the ground. Feral Frenzy grab has more applications. It will come in handy when you want to help allies in danger, or if you want to add it to your combos. After unleashing the ultimate, Jump will be replaced by Tiger Leap, which will not be interrupted by non-focus strike or grappling hook. Horizontal and vertical strikes are enhanced during Tiger Leap. Use horizontal strike to unleash pounce right after landing. Consecutive Tiger Leaps can increase jump speed and empower the pounce. Pounce after one Tiger Leap is a purple focus strike. Pounce after 2 consecutive Tiger Leaps is a golden focus strike. Eiko's whose ultimates also allow him to charge Scale Rush faster with an increased effective range. The charged Scale Rush is a purple focus strike, which can't be countered. Make use of this mechanic when fighting in complicated terrains. Helpful tips. Roar, blast. If the shockwave inflicts stiffness on the target when unleashed without charging at close range, you can follow it up with uppercut slash. With katana or longsword, you can unleash one common attack before the uppercut slash. During Feral Frenzy, grab. You can also follow it up with a Tiger Strike to complete the combo. You can charge Roar, blast in the air, to avoid being interrupted by blue focus strikes. It is quite effective when you try to help allies. Right after you unleash the shockwave in the air, you can use dodge plus left or right to approach the opponent, and start charging before landing, then unleash the charged attack on the ground to finish the combo. During Feral Frenzy, you can still unleash Tiger Strikes when the ultimate is about to end. Read the battle and try to unleash the strikes at the right time. When using Tiger Leaps during ultimate, jump right after you see the character land, to keep your Tiger Leaps consecutive. You can use horizontal strike to unleash pounce within a short period after landing.
Any of you bums gonna help?
Use Tiger Leaps to boost your mobility in team fights. And unleash purple or golden focus pounce to burst down opponents with teammates or offer them help.
Very kind.
Upon landing the pounce, you can follow it up with uppercut slash using most weapons. Katana and longsword allow you to unleash one more common attack. After landing a Tiger Leap, your vertical strike is still weapon attack. Use this mechanic wisely to create more combos. Now, you know what Eiko's who is capable of. Go try him out in a real match. Zai's role. Zai can transform into Flame Ward that is immune to hit damage. Flame Ward grants her incredible survivability. It also allows Zai to engage in team fights with more confidence. Zai's skills and ultimates excel at healing and crowd control, making her easily slot into the peeling and support roles. She is great at preventing opponents from escaping, healing for teammates, and helping damage opponents. Zai builds skill and ultimate. Flame Ward can be used under attack. After casting the skill, Zai will transform into Flame Ward that is immune to hit damage and stagger. The state will immediately end if you launch attack and use recovery items. Flame Ward can be activated again 1 second after entering Flame Ward, allowing you to perform a golden focus strike. Flame Ward ignition cannot be used under attack, but it extends the duration of Flame Ward. Its golden focus strike burns the opponents. You can use it for a quick retreat or to support teammates. After casting her ultimate Chain Side, Zai will switch her weapon to Chain Side, and she will accumulate ensnared soul over time. Her charged attack will become golden focus strike during the ultimate. When ensnared soul is full, Zai's charged attack will be boosted and grant her more recovery effect. This ultimate is suitable for one-on-one and long battles. Zai's alternative ultimate Chain Side Suppress. When ensnared soul is full, Zai's charged attack will offer more crowd control and burn the opponents. This ultimate is better for team fights in duos and trios. Both ultimates can refresh Zai's skill cooldown and grant her incredible mobility, allowing her to pursue targets with ease. The counter-strike of Chain Scythe also offers a recovery effect. It can help you turn the tide in team fights. Helpful tips. In team fights, with the help of Flame Ward, you can get rid of opponents' blue focus strikes and then perform counter to catch them off guard. Flame Ward can also protect you from being interrupted when taking Soul Luminescence at Karen's and items at Morris's Blessings. The attack of Chain Scythe scales with the rarity of Zai's current weapon, so switch to a weapon of a higher rarity before casting Zai's ultimate. Ensnared Soul can empower Zai's charged attack and increase the priority of its golden focus strike. Try to use the empowered charged attack as much as possible. The horizontal and vertical strikes of Chain Scythe are the same. The direction of consecutive common attacks is determined by your camera. Common attacks of Chain Scythe can hit opponents at high and low positions. After you perform the first horizontal or vertical strike, you can follow it up with the uppercut / combo. For example, perform the first horizontal or vertical strike and follow up with uppercut /. Keep holding the forward button during the combo. After your character lands, perform a horizontal or vertical strike. Then crouch and perform a horizontal strike. Finally, follow it up with a horizontal or vertical strike to complete the combo. Tessa's role. Tessa's ultimate summons the Fox Spirit to snatch opponent souls, forcing affected opponents to engage in team fights. As for skill, Tail Strike grants Tessa Foxfire that boosts her survivability. Tail Strike Trap allows Tessa to create a circle that offers crowd control effects for peeling and offering support. Those abilities make Tessa great for small-scale team fights. Tessa build, skill and ultimate. Tail Strike knocks surrounding opponents airborne and grants Tessa Foxfire. If Tessa gets staggered by hits when Foxfire is active, she will knock surrounding opponents back and lose Foxfire immediately. Tail Strike can be used under attack, boosting your one-on-one and team fight survivability. Tail Strike Trap unleashes a foxtail in a selected direction, creating a tail glow zone which is great for peeling and crowd control. The skill is great for helping teammates in team fights, but it cannot be used under attack. If you have confidence in your repositioning techniques, Tail Strike Trap would be a good choice for making your team's mistakes less punishable. Tessa's ultimate, Enchant, consumes a certain amount of rage to unleash a Fox Spirit in a selected direction. The souls of opponents hit by Fox Spirit will be snatched. If those opponents fail to retrieve their souls by interacting with the soul vessel within a short period, they will be enchanted and move toward the soul vessel. Enchant offers incredible crowd control, making Tessa a great team fight initiator and forcing opponents to engage in fights. Use charged attacks to focus fire on the enchanted opponents. Another ultimate variation, Enchant Bite, features damage and recovery. Enchant Bite works better as a reactive method. If opponents fail to retrieve their souls, they will not be disabled but lose a certain amount of health instead, while Tessa will recover a great amount of health or armor. Helpful tips. Tail Strike grants you Foxfire, which makes your mistakes less punishable. When Foxfire is active, play aggressively and try to counter your opponents. The crowd control duration of Tail Strike Trap is long enough for you to follow up with the first stage of charged attack, using most melee weapons. Try to bait your opponents first. When they are about to reach you, cast Tail Strike Trap toward where you stand to disable those pursuers, and follow up with the first stage of charged attack to take them down. Tail Glow Zone lasts for a short period after erection. The mechanic makes Tail Glow Zone versatile. For example, you can use it to block opponents in a narrow terrain, or use it as a cover for using recovery items. The Fox Spirit unleashed by Tessa's ultimate will snatch souls of opponents hit. When opponents cluster together or when they are pulled together by Tailglow Zone, try to snatch the souls of multiple opponents at the same time. With an effective range of up to 30 meters, the Fox Spirit can interrupt most golden focus strikes. When you are far away from teammates, you can still cast the Fox Spirit to peel for them. To increase your chance of landing the Fox Spirit, cast it when opponents are staggered, after their souls are snatched. The links between the soul vessel and those opponents will not be interrupted by obstacles or long distances. Try to stop those opponents from approaching the soul vessel. You cannot knock enchanted opponents airborne using weapon moves. Try to use high burst charged attacks to damage them.